Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliet. In this video I'll be sharing with you how I made this gorgeous well-structured balloon sleeve. First off, I'm going to measure my armhole. This is the armhole I'm going to be attaching the sleeve to. Check my previous video on how I achieved this. So after measuring whatever I have, I'm going to fold my lining. I'm going to cut my basic sleeve on the lining. So I'm going to fold my lining using the measurement I got from measuring the armhole plus extra 2 inches for allowance. So let's say we got 10.5 when measuring the armhole. We're going to add 2 to that, which is going to be 12.5. So you put 12.5 on fold. So next I'm going to mark the length of the sleeve plus 1 inch of allowance. So the length I'm working with is 9 inches plus 1, making it 10. So I marked the 10, and then I'm going to mark another 10 for the second sleeve. So I'm cutting that out before I shape out the sleeve. So I'm placing the two of them on top of each other like so. So next I'll come down by 4 inches on the open end and then make a curve like so to form the sleeve. Then I'm going to measure around that curve until I get to that measurement I got when I measured my armhole, and then extra 2 inches of allowance. Then down here I'm going to mark my sleeve round plus extra 2 inches. So it's going to be a balloon sleeve, so I don't want the lining to be as fitted because we'll still add elastic to it. But you can make it fitted, that way you will not have to add elastic, but I still wanted to add, so I added extra. So I'm cutting out. I'm notching the center point. So here is the basic sleeve. I will highly recommend that you iron soft weight interfacing on the sleeve. I didn't do that here because I didn't have enough. Here is my main fabric. I have 2 of them folded into 2. We have about 23 inches on fold. So it's the entire width of the Ankara. Ankara is usually by 45 or so. So I folded that into 2. And then the length of my sleeve plus extra 6 inches. So what I did is on this open end, I came down by 3 inches. And then from this center point, I came in by 3 inches as well. And then I curved this way. So I'm cutting that out. And I ironed soft weight interfacing on this. I don't know if I mentioned that. You can iron the medium one, which will give you even more structure. But I ironed very soft one on it. So here is the sleeve piece that we cut earlier. So I'm placing them right sides together. And then I'm going to match the center point. This is on the down part. So I'm matching the center point. I'm going to pleat all around. My pleats will start from where the actual measurement starts. So I'm not going to pleat into the seam allowance. You know, I added 2 inches of seam allowance. So I'm not going to pleat there. It is from the 2 inches in, I'll pleat all the way to the 2 to before the seam allowance on the opposite end, like that. So after making the pleats, this is what it's looking like. So here's my elastic piece. I just cut out about 11 inches of elastic. So I'm going to sew it on that line. I just place it and pull while I sew until I get to this other end. So if you made your lining piece exactly your sleeve measurement, you won't need to add elastic. So after sewing the elastic, this is what it's looking like. Next off, I'm going to turn it to the inside. So remember, we placed right sides together when pleating on the down part. So now on the upper part, we're turning it out the way it should be. Now it's wrong sides together. So I'm going to measure about 6 inches from the edge of the sleeve and then pin to that point before I now start making pleats. So I'll do the same thing at this other end. I'll measure about 6 inches in from the edge and then pin to that point and then make pleats from there all the way to the other 6 inches point on the opposite end. Another thing you can do is to join the lining together on the side seam and join the fabric together on the side seam as well separately before pleating on the upper part. But since I didn't do that, I'm going to be pleating the excess on the side to fit in the lining like you can see here. So I'm going to bring them together. You know the lining is shorter, the main fabric is longer by 6 inches. So I'm going to pleat the side seams to fit into it, or you join the main fabric together separate, join the lining pieces separate, and they both meet at the upper part. I prefer this method because it gave it even more structure. And you notice that I'm pleating mostly on the down part, so my pleats are more on the down than the part that will join to the shoulder to the sleeve. So after making the pleats, I turn them right sides together and then I sew. So what I did was that I made sure the upper part was exactly the measurement I wanted, and I just let it flow on the down part since there's elastic there. Next off, after joining the sides, I'm going to be attaching it to the sleeve. So I pin the side seams together and then I'm pinning the center point of the sleeve to the shoulder point. After which I'll go and sew all around and repeat the same for the second sleeve. And here you have it, the most structured sleeve ever. It's looking nice, right? Well, thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for this video. Until I see you in my next one, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and also follow us on Facebook at First Breed Fashion, and also join our Facebook group First Breed Fashion as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.